Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a great week. I know some of you might have been on vacation since 4th of July was last weekend. We had some stuff going on here. I didn't film. I'm pretty good at not doing that, but we are missing a car now. We're down a car, and we got some other stuff going on. Obviously, you could tell by the thumbnail and the title. So let's get right into it, guys. We got a bunch of stuff that we got to get done, and today's Toyota Day, so let's do it. So one thing that we're gonna do is, it's been needed to be done, is check the compression on the Toyota MR2. So obviously that's not the car that's missing. This car, we finally found somebody that might be able to help us with it, a little bit more knowledgeable. I wanted to find somebody that knew the 3S GTE pretty inside and out, and it's more difficult than you'd think unless you wanna ship it halfway across the country. So your TCS Motorsports and your RAT, and you know, I'm sure there's a few out there other than that, and a bunch of boys on the West Coast that know a lot about these cars, Bob Fan being one of them. Unfortunately, they're not here, and I really didn't want to ship the car. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that it's something that we can fix relatively easily. May not be the cheapest, but not the biggest deal. So what we're gonna do today is we are gonna do a quick little compression test. Yeah, don't give me a hard time. It is the AutoZone special, but it's gonna do the trick. So that's not the only thing we wanna talk about. The other thing that I wanna talk about is the Tundra, and the fact that I might be able to fit some more meat under there than I thought. Sorry for a not so great video of that, but yeah, so it looks like it's healthy. Sent my buddy the spark plugs, and you can see, I don't know if they'll focus, a little rich. Knew that that was the case. I think that there may have been some sort of tuning done on this to make it safe with the, what I believe to be a modified turbo. And then, you know, so with that being said, motor's good. Not perfect. The numbers weren't like even across the board. There were a couple that were a little bit high, a couple that were, but within tolerance of, and there was nothing really low. So, you know, that's always a good sign. Not the healthiest of motors, but really good. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to order a turbo. We are going to try to figure out putting an EMS on this car, whether that's a Link, whether that's a ECU Master. You know, put a comment below if you have any recommendations. Anyway, what you guys are all waiting for was the Tundra. So the Tundra's really not been on the channel very often. I did a few videos in the beginning when I, first got it, but I never intended on like heavily modifying it, taking it off road regularly, and that sort of stuff. So a lot of my videos have just been based off of some things that have happened to the car or the small upgrades that I have actually done. So with that being said, the truck has been on the road for 50,000 plus miles already, and it was time to replace the tires. So I took a chance, and I went even bigger, because that's what you do, right? You get even bigger tires when you daily drive your truck. So this is what it looks like. right, guys, so I hope you like the B-roll. I hope you like the way the truck looks, but to get down and possibly answer some questions you may have about throwing even larger tires on without having to do that body cut modification. So a lot of you know, if you're a Tundra owner, that to get a 35, I believe, plus on the car, you have to do the body cut modification. So my truck is a Tundra TRD Pro, which is already lifted a little bit. And then it has the, I believe it's a 3-inch lift on it. And we went with the Ready Lift, not the greatest in the world, but not the absolute worst. Everybody complains. You know, I've had a lot of comments on here where everybody's like, oh, why'd you ruin it, blah, blah. I've had no real issues with it aside from a couple of little things here and there. But we ended up going with the KUMHO Road Venture MT71s. I really like the way that these look. I mean, they are aggressive. It is a mud tire, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for anybody that doesn't want to have some sort of humming going on. But we went from a 285 to a 295, stuck with the 70, and it's still the 18. So we stuck with the method wheels. Now, I had to order another one because I damaged one, and because I had last minute went to go get these put on. I had them put on at a Jack Williams, which is another name for a Mavis, and they struggled balancing these tires for obvious reasons. They're big, heavy wheels and tires, and the rear one had some damage on it, and it was just not balancing out really at all. So ordered another wheel. They kept on thinking it was the tire, and I'm like, well, it just so happens that's on a very damaged wheel. So not damaged enough where you couldn't keep it on the car, but we're gonna keep that as a spare and go with another one. So, but the point is, this made no difference. So you can get a pretty big knobby tire on. I wanna say that this is equivalent to a 34.5. So it's getting pretty big. And you know, I haven't really full locked it yet. I've turned the wheel pretty significantly. And how often do you really hit full lock? And we have no rubbing or scrubbing. So very happy with that. So if you guys are wondering how big of a tire you can go, we're up to 295, and they're pretty big boys. So the ride is okay. We'll take it out for a drive, and I'll show you what the road sound is like, and that way you can make kind of a judgment call yourself. There's a slight hum. It's not super, super loud. I'm sure outside the truck it's a little bit louder, but and the ride isn't all that bad either. All right, boys, it is hot. I figured I'd take you out real quick so you could hear the road noise, which there's very little. You're gonna get humming with any mud tire. Don't put them on your truck if you want to have a luxuriously quiet ride. You're gonna get a slight hum. You're gonna get a, I don't know what the right word would be, small road drone, I guess you could call it. I don't know, but it's not loud, especially considering the TRD exhaust, you know, has some rumble to it as it is. Some of you guys have headers, some of you guys have loud exhausts. You're not going to hear it over that, but you definitely hear them. It's not loud. You could hear me talking to you. It's comfortable. It's not uncomfortably loud, and expected from a all-terrain tire. Definitely expected from a mud tire, which this is. This is not an all-terrain tire. This is a mud tire. So if you're looking at the KUMHO Road Venture MT71 or M71, these are mud tires, not all-terrain. So expect that. Road noise is going to be there. But other than that, I really enjoy them. They look great. My review on them is, if you're looking for a nice, girthy tire for whether you're going off-roading or mudding or just want the look, these are going to work for all three. So that's about it. I didn't take this truck off-roading. I don't really plan on it. You know, I will here and there, but I'm not nice with this truck. I do a lot of towing. As you guys know, we're going to be doing a lot of towing with the car. So this is going to be the tow rig. Figured I'd give you guys a quick review, and that's about it for me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.